Hey everyone, quick update about the podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube and you don't subscribe to the podcast, then this won't affect you at all, although you definitely should subscribe to the podcast. It's real easy, and then you can listen on your phone without having to look at this face. If you do listen to the podcast, though, this may affect you, although hopefully it won't. Yesterday, I ran into an issue when uploading my most recent episode, and that's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. I've been with the same podcast provider for a while, and I'm not really happy with what I get from them, mostly analytics and tools and things like that. Generally, they're not built for podcasting. And so I'm going to be transferring over to something that is built for podcasting. Now, what should this mean for you? It should mean nothing. If I do everything right, and there's a multitude of steps that hoops that I have to jump through. And as I jump through these hoops, if I jump through all the hoops correctly, nothing should change for you. You shouldn't have to do anything. You shouldn't have to even think about it. And this whole video and slash audio will be a giant waste of time. That is the best case scenario. That's what we want to happen. Now, there's a good chance that, knowing myself, I'm going to trip up jumping through one of those hoops. And if that happens, well, what will it look like to you? To you, it'll look like the podcast has never come back. Like the episodes just stopped. But I can assure you that is not happening. If anything, we're just getting started with the show. I'm having so much fun making it. I can't imagine not doing it. So the show is not going anywhere. And if it just seems to die off, it's because I screwed something up. So how can you resubscribe to the show if that happens? Well, unfortunately, my podcast provider also is my website host. So runjumpstomp.com right now is going to my old provider. Soon, that will be going to my new provider and the new podcast feed. Again, if I do everything right, you shouldn't see anything at all. But if I mess anything up, how can you find me again? Because the internet's a big place, and it's tough to find me. So how can you find me again? Keep going to runjumpstomp.com. When you see that the website has had a big change to it, then you know that everything is set up. Follow me on Twitter. I will post the information there. Run Jump Stomp on Twitter. Okay? If this show just disappears and you're like, where did it go? Email me, runjumpstomp@gmail.com. I will email you back with the correct links and stuff. Now, again, just to reiterate, if I do everything right, you shouldn't have to do anything. But if there is some kind of snafu, then go to one of those places that I mentioned, get a hold of me, and I will make sure that you have the correct links. Thanks so much for listening and watching and all of your support so far. It's been really fun making this content and playing these games and talking about these games. So I really appreciate it. But that's it for this update. And hopefully this update is just a big waste of time. Bye-bye.